the ocean meets the sky, I'll be sailing.
Forget about that stale cereal or oatmeal. Joey Perez is live on your radios to provide you with the Eggs, Bacon, and Joey. You are now listening to the Eggs, Bacon, and Joey Morning Show.
Yes, good morning, everybody. Eggs, Bacon, and Joey. Thank you so very much for joining us. Hello. How there? Hugh Hauser. Remember that guy? Didn't he used to have like a TV show where he went like all around the state of California? Was it Hugh Hauser? What was the name of that guy? I don't know. I just saw an episode of where he was in Hanford. Like he came to Hanford and walked through the whole town and went through, all the great monuments here in Hanford. Pretty cool. Anyways, good morning, everybody. I want to thank everybody that's joining us via television at Coca-Cola Broadcasting's channel 32.3, The Loop. Thank you so much for joining us there. Or if you're joining us at jliveent.com, jliveent.com, you can watch the worldwide video stream of our broadcast right now, jliveent.com. And thank you to our radio listeners at kfunradio.com, 92.5 FM, and KFun 92.5, our free app. Thank you so much for being a loyal listener or a loyal viewer of the show. All right, let's get to your news attack this morning. Don't go out to eat with others. If you're trying to lose weight, don't go out to eat. According to a Georgia State University study, people dining with other people consume 44% more food than when they eat alone, mainly because they spend more time at the table. A related study published in the journal Appetite revealed that women tend to mirror the eating patterns of their same-sex dining friends. New on DVD today, Blade Runner 2049, Happy Death Day, The Snowman, and also Better Call Saul Season 3. Wacky but true, apple and orange stolen from car in Ireland. Yes, this does happen. A thief broke into a car in Ireland and made off with a protein shaker and a bag containing an apple and an orange. I feel like sometimes when people are about to steal or did all this work to rob a car or to take things from a car, it's like you just take what you can grab. And I think that's what this individual did. Just took what he can grab. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's romance to become Lifetime movie. You couldn't write a more fairy tale-esque romance for Prince Harry and actress Meghan Markle, but Lifetime is going to try. The cable channel is developing Harry and Meghan, the royal love story, a film that chronicles the pair's relationship. The TV movie will follow their love story, and the blind date where they first met, to the intense global media attention surrounding their courtship and eventual engagement. How popular is your birthday? 2 decades of American birthdays, average by month and day. September 9th is the most popular birthday of the year. September 9th. Why is that? I want to find out more about that. September 9th is the most popular birthday of the year. So if your birthday's on September 9th, you have one of the most popular birthdays of the year. So happy birthday to you. But we are talking about today, and there are some special people celebrating a birthday today, including director John Carpenter from Halloween Films, who's 70. Debbie Allen is 68. David Shikachi from Baywatch, he's 50. Kate Moss is 44, and Lin-Manuel Miranda is 38. Happy birthday to them, and happy birthday to all of you celebrating a birthday this morning. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to whoever you are. Happy birthday to you. Yes, happy birthday to you. If you are celebrating a birthday today, I want to wish you a very, very happy birthday. Well, if you're in the neighborhood, the eye-popping and controversial new U.S. Embassy in London, yes, in London, is opening today. We'll have more information on that in just a little bit. Here's what else you need to know to get up to speed and out the door. It's the 5 things you need to know this morning. The Eggs, Bacon, and Joey Morning Show's 5 things you need to know this morning. Number 1, showdown and DACA. Well, it's about to be some kind of week in Washington. The government's going to shut down Friday without a spending bill. But passage of that bill seems far less likely after last week's drama over immigration and DACA. Democrats say they straight up won't vote on a spending plan without a deal on the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals program that protects undocumented immigrants brought to the U.S. as children. Congress could pass another short-term spending bill, but the GOP's more conservative members may balk at that. And it says no one on Capitol Hill trusts anybody after President Trump's expletive hole quip torpedoed a bipartisan compromise on immigration. Number 2, siblings held captive. This is a disgusting story that broke yesterday. Police arrested a California couple accused of essentially holding their 13 children captive in their own home. Some of the siblings, who range in age from 2 to 29, were shackled to beds with chains and padlocks in filthy conditions. This bizarre story was uncovered after a 17-year-old girl escaped the house and called police, who were shocked at how she looked. She appeared to be only 10 years old and slightly emaciated. The other 12 also appeared malnourished and dirty. Even the adults looked like children. The parents were charged with torture and child endangerment and each held on $9 million bail. But my goodness, what a disgusting story, and I am so glad that 17-year-old was able to escape and get the police called on these disgusting people. Number 3, Simone Biles. Simone Biles says #MeToo. The Olympic gymnast who won 4 gold medals at the Rio Games took to Twitter to accuse USA Gymnastics team doctor Larry Nassar of sexually abusing her. Nassar will be sentenced today after he pleaded guilty in November to 7 counts of criminal sexual conduct and admitted that he used his position as a trusted medical professional to sexually abuse young girls. More than 140 female athletes, including members of the gold medal winning Fierce 5 team from the 2012 London Games, have accused Nassar of abuse. Biles called out USA Gymnastics, saying it allowed Nassar to abuse girls for years. She also said what happened was not her fault. I will not and should not carry the guilt. Number 4, the Hawaii false alarm. Did many of you wake up to this over the weekend, this breaking news that Hawaii had a false alarm? Well, Hawaii is suspending nuclear warning siren tests while it investigates just how the heck a false emergency missile alert inadvertently got sent out. The alert created instant chaos Saturday morning in Hawaii, where residents and tourists had been told they'd had less than 20 minutes to find shelter if North Korea launched a missile attack. Terrified people shared what they thought were their final goodbyes to loved ones via text messages. The state says an employee hit a wrong button, but everybody from President Trump on down wants a more thorough explanation. I want an explanation. I want to know how did this happen? How did this happen? Who pushes the button? Who's allowed to push the button? Why does this happen? And why did the cancellation take so long? Why did the false alarm text take so long? I want answers. Number 5, Venezuela. The Venezuelan police pilot accused of launching a shocking helicopter attack on the country's Supreme Court is dead. A government official told news sources that Oscar Perez was killed Monday The news sources have not been able to independently confirm Perez's death, but Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro said an operation had been held to hunt down the terrorist group that attacked the Supreme Court. Last summer, Perez reportedly used a helicopter to attack the Supreme Court building with gunfire and grenades. Ladies and gentlemen, those are the 5 things that you need to know this morning, along with your news attack, all piled into one. Typically, we have breaks in between them, but due to the technical difficulties this morning, we piled them all into one this morning. It's the Eggs, Bacon, and Joey Morning Show. Stay with us. Get ready. We got a more in-depth look into the Hanford City Council election race that's going to be happening this next week. Stay tuned. More information on that coming up. Don't go anywhere.
KOAD Hanford, KYAF Fireball, KAAX Avenal, KDPT Dos Palace, and KYA San Francisco.
It's the Eggs, Bacon, and Joey Morning Show.
Think about it. let's just say you're a business looking to promote your business at an expo or an upcoming event. What better way to do it than at the Cosmetology and Barber Convention of Central California? It's happening February 23rd to the 25th, 2018, out at the Big Fresno Fair. Over 70,000 square feet of expo, seminars, live entertainment, and much, much more. The Cosmetology and Barber Convention of Central California. We're calling out all makeup artists. We're calling out all of the lash people, all of the hairstylists, all the nail salons. We're calling you out to come out to the Cosmetology and Barber Convention, plus barbers. Hello. February 23rd to the 25th, 2018, out at the Big Fresno Fair in Fresno. And once again, they have a special offer right now, folks. A special offer right now. $75 a day for a booth at the expo. It's 2 days of expo, and you can get it for $75 a day. Do not miss on this chance to save money and be at the Cosmetology and Barber Expo of Central California. It's going to be awesome. Once again, $75 a day. This offer ends very, very soon. Give them a follow on Instagram at CosmoBark or call and text 559-362-4046. This is going to be huge. Cosmetology and Barber Convention of Central California. Pretty awesome. I think that is so cool, especially with all the popularity of the cosmetology industry right now. So once again, a 2-day event. You don't want to miss it at the Big Fresno Fair. Cosmetology.
Joey Perez is live in the studio now till 10 a.m. for the Eggs, Bacon, and Joey Morning Show.
Good morning, everybody. Coming up next, we have Hanford City Councilman District D, Francisco Ramirez, calling in. We're going to talk to him about this election happening next week. Stay with us.
You're wondering who I am. Secret, secret, I've got a secret. Machine or mannequin. Secret, secret, I've got a secret. With parts made in Japan. Secret, secret, I've got a secret. I am the modern man. I've got a secret I've been hiding under my skin. My heart is human, my blood is boiling, my brain IBM. So if you see me acting strangely, don't be surprised. I'm just a man who needed someone and someone to hide, to keep me alive. Just keep me alive. Somewhere to hide, to keep me alive. I'm not a robot without emotions. I'm not what you see. I've come to help you with your problems so we can be free. I'm not a hero. I'm not the savior. Forget what you know. I'm just a man whose circumstances went beyond his control, beyond my control. We all need control. I need control. We all need control. I am the modern man. Secret, secret, I've got a secret. Who hides behind a mask. Secret, secret, I've got a secret. So no one else can see. Secret, secret, I've got a secret. My true identity. Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto. Domo, domo, domo arigato, Mr. Roboto. Domo, domo, domo arigato, Mr. Roboto. Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto. Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto. Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto. Thank you very much, oh Mr. Roboto, for doing what Mr. Roboto. Thank you very much, Mr. Roboto, for helping me escape
Machines to save our lives. Machines dehumanize.
The time has come at last. Secret, I've got a secret. To throw away this mask. Secret, I've got a secret. But now everyone can see. Secret, I've got a secret. My true identity. I'm Kilroy. 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 Kilroy.
Forget about that stale cereal or oatmeal. Joey Perez is live on your radios to provide you with the Eggs, Bacon, and Joey. You are now listening to the Eggs, Bacon, and Joey Morning Show.
Yes, good morning, everybody. Eggs, Bacon, and Joey. Thank you so very much for joining us. Those of you that are tuned in to Channel 32.3, The Loop via over-the-air antenna television, via Coca-Cola Broadcasting Stations, also worldwide on our video stream at jliveent.com. That's jliveent.com. Want to thank all of our great radio listeners at KFun 92.5 FM, kfunradio.com, and our free app, KFun 92.5. Now, folks, as you know, I mentioned here on the air last week that there had been a special election that had caught my interest because of all the controversy surrounding it. And it's right here in Hanford, and this special election is taking place on January the 23rd. And it is my honor right now to have on the phone Hanford City Councilman from District D, Francisco Ramirez. Good morning, Francisco.
Good morning, Joey. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so very much for taking the time out of your busy schedule to join us here this morning. And Francisco, I read about it last week in regards to this special recall election that's going to be taking place on January 23rd. I'm still in amazement that this is actually even happening, knowing now that there's going to be a general election in November. And why we wouldn't wait until the general election, I don't know. But Mr. Ramirez, please help me understand why this recall election is taking place.
Ultimately, Joey, what's happening is that some individuals in this community, and I won't mention their names, but they go to HanfordLive.com, they can see who exactly those individuals are. Basically, when I first got elected, they helped me with my campaign, and they said, Francisco, would you be willing to look at the city manager, and if he's doing a bad job, would you fire him? I said, absolutely. If he's doing a bad job, I would fire him. And then I found no relevance in the 6 months that we evaluated him to fire him. And in the process, they said, well, you're getting rid of the zoning regulations. You're not firing the city manager. And so basically, Joey, they tried to blackmail me. In the process, this is where we're at today.
So now we're in a situation where you have this website, as you've mentioned, HanfordLies.com, and I've actually gone there and checked it out. You actually have a full in-depth video of what happened step by step, and you have it kind of really set up really well with graphics and information, and really easy to help, and it's very helpful and easy to use. So that's HanfordLies.com. It gives you more information on that. Now, we do have other participants now that are a part of this election. And now what I just don't understand is how this process works, because there's a general election in November. Why couldn't we wait until November for this?
Basically what they're trying to do, the people that are in that video are trying to send a message that if you go against the grain of the good old boy system, this is what's going to happen, even though they're spending $30,000 of the citizens' money in the process. And the people that are part of the election, a couple people, well, actually, I would say about 3 people in the election are basically there to fill it up. In the process, they're going to try to split votes, and almost guarantee me I'm going to be out of office.
So, and I think when I look at all of the social media comments, that's mostly the citizens of Hanford that's what they're mostly upset about, is the fact that we're spending $30,000 on this unnecessary election when there's a general election in November. So that's like the biggest thing that I see looking on social media, looking on different posts and comments. Most citizens are upset that money is being spent on this thing.
Yeah, we could have utilized it for other different services. And, like you stated, in November I still got to run, and I might run again. So that's just, it defeats the purpose of this special election.
So let's just say, and you just mentioned something that I'm gonna jump on here. So you're saying that even if you're recalled, you could run again in November?
Absolutely. And honestly, if I do get recalled, this might give me a little break to recoup and then run again in November.
Now, Mr. Ramirez, do you know anything about your opponents in this recall election?
All I know is that a lot of them have been planted by the person that's trying to get me out. They're spending money on each of them. Think about this. This job only entails a $5,000 a year total salary, and they're spending $30,000, $40,000 on this recall against me, and they're giving individuals $10,000 to go against me because they really just want me out because I'm not like I said, I'm not a part of the good old boy system, and that's why they're going to spend all this money on a $5,000 a year job.
Wow. Yeah, that is definitely amazing to hear. But, since we have you on the phone, go ahead and talk to our listeners, our viewers here joining us on the show this morning. And, I know you're already in office. This is your job. This is what you're doing. You're already going to work. You've been going to work for the city of Hanford. But just go ahead and give people a reminder of what you've accomplished and why you should be chosen to stay in your job as Hanford City Councilman for District D.
No, I appreciate that, Joey. Basically what it comes down to is when I promised when I was in office, when I got in office, that I would get more for public safety, and we're doing exactly that. We got a new detective station in the close adjacent to the police station. We're getting a new fire station the 17th of this month. The groundbreaking is happening. Faraday Future's here. That's going to create over about, I would say, 400 jobs there. And the new cannabis in the industrial park is going to create $17.50 an hour, minimal jobs. You're looking at $6.50 jobs. Costco's here. There's a lot of development. I got rid of the zoning in downtown for the signage issue. Got rid of the theater zoning. I'm trying to get rid of the optometry zoning and the purchase zoning and the bank zoning, because in the process of those three things, right now we're losing economically almost $300 million annually, and we could capitalize on those sales tax from that $300 million.
So, in a sense, you've definitely made some noise for getting rid of the zoning that you're talking about. And as you've mentioned, I mean, knowing the city of Hanford, zoning has always been huge locally in the area where, for example, a lot of businesses, like as you're mentioning, that have come in like Costco or other big-time franchises cannot come into, let's just say, a downtown because of the zoning restrictions, correct?
Absolutely, and what we're looking at in the future, probably within a year or two, is looking at a huge, major anchor to come downtown so we can have a vibrant downtown again. And honestly, it takes releasing of the zoning in order to do that, because right now, if you think about it, we have furniture stores, banks, and optometrists. They can only be downtown, and that's why the developers hate me. That's why a couple other people that are trying to do the recall hate me, because I'm trying to get rid of the zoning, because in the process, you don't have a monopoly on downtown, and you can't charge up the yin-yang, so to speak, to the person that's going to be renting that building.
I mean, man, it just seems so exhausting that you're having to go through all of this. I read a comment from one of your followers on social media in which they asked you that similar question. They said, Mr. Ramirez, is it worth it? Is it worth it to go through all of this? The scrutiny and everything that's being, brought up against you, is it really worth it? I'm going to ask you that here now that I have you on the air.
Honestly, at the end of the day, I'm looking at my priorities, and I'm getting to realize, sometimes it's not worth it, but at the end of the day, we're making so many changes. I really believe that the last thing that I have, and if I have to run again, I will run again, is to get that recreational facility for our kids. And, truth of the matter, sometimes it's not worth it, but at the end of the day, when I'm seeing parents and I'm seeing family members utilizing the services that I've been implementing as of now, it's worth it.
So to you, this is absolutely worth it. Well, there you go, folks. You heard it from Mr. Ramirez himself. It is worth it for him to fight the fight, and that is what he's doing. And, Francisco, I wish you the best of luck. Obviously, this election is coming up really fast. Go ahead and tell the citizens and those who are viewing that are from Hanford how this election will take place.
Well, it's going to take place at a couple churches. I'll be posting it on my official Facebook page right now. I'm going to get the locations. Most of the ballots are going to be absentee ballots, so if you got your ballot, go ahead and vote no on the recall, guys. It's just going to be on the 23rd. It's going to start, I believe, at 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning until 8 in the night, and then we'll see that day if I'm in office or I'm out of office. Either way, it's been a good run. I'm loving it, and I'm going to probably run again in November, so too bad for the other people.
So we'll definitely find out that evening who the winner is, right?
You're looking at it, unless I don't predict there's going to be a lot of people at the poll. I'm thinking we're going to have a solid number at the end of the night.
All right, and Francisco Ramirez, let's just say, you mentioned in that comment, if you do lose, you're going to run again in November, but let's just say if you do win, what does that do for you if you win on January 23rd?
If that's the case, and then it's almost a seal of approval from the citizens in the process. I'm hoping their money doesn't, hoping the corrupted money doesn't allow me to lose. But if it makes me win, it furthermores my movement towards winning my secondary election.
All right, Francisco Ramirez, thank you so much for joining us here this morning. Go ahead and let our listeners and viewers know how they can get in touch with you outside of the office.
If you ever have any questions, guys, go ahead and feel free to give me a call at area code 559-212-4441, or visit, if you really want to know the truth with the proof, go to HanfordLies.com.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ramirez, for joining us here early this morning, and you have a great week.
Thank you, Joey. Have a great day.
All right, that's Francisco Ramirez, folks, Hanford City Councilman, District D. I told you that this election was on my radar, and I told you that I was going to get to the bottom of this. And I went straight to the source, straight to the individual that is being recalled, and that's Francisco Ramirez. And you just heard his story right here on the air. So later this morning, I'm actually going to have one of his opponents in this recall election on the air with us this morning. So stay with us. The Eggs, Bacon, and Joey Morning Show, getting into some city politics this morning. It's going to be a lot of fun. Don't go anywhere.
The cult of personality. I know your anger, I know your dreams. I've been everything you wanna be. Oh, I'm the cult of personality. Like Mussolini and Kennedy. I'm the cult of personality. The cult of personality. The cult of personality. Neon lights, Nobel Prize. When a mirror speaks, the reflection lies. You won't have to follow me. Only you can set me free. personality, the cult of personality, the cult of personality. Neon lights, Nobel Prize. When a leader speaks, that leader dies. You won't have to follow me. Only you can set you free. You gave me fortune, you gave me fame, you gave me power in your God's name. I'm every person you need to be. Oh, I'm the cult of personality. I'm the cult of, 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 I'm the cult of personality.
Ask not what your country can do for you.
Thank you so much for your support of the Eggs, Bacon, and Joey Morning Show. You can follow us on social media, facebook.com/KFunRadio, facebook.com, search the Eggs, Bacon, and Joey Morning Show, and Instagram at Eggs, Bacon, Joey. And you know, folks, this would not all be possible without the great sponsors of J-Live Entertainment Events and the Eggs, Bacon, and Joey Morning Show. I want to send a special thank you to Ray Figueroa Construction, King's Dance Center in Hanford, Bell Guy Bell Bonds, The Fifth Quarter in Visalia, Best Salsa Catering, Valley Cryosport, Whole Body Cryotherapy, Hutch's Barbecue Sauce. I want to thank them very much for their support of the Eggs, Bacon, and Joey Morning Show. Stay with us. Don't go anywhere. Let's have a great morning.
Joey Perez is live in the studio now till 10 a.m. for the Eggs, Bacon, and Joey Morning Show.
Every day I try so hard to know your mind and find out what's inside you. Time goes on and I don't know just where you are or how I'm going to find you. You can do whatever you please. The world's waiting to be seen. You can collect all the neglect or all the self-respect you need. And I know, and I know, and I know your mind's guaranteed. It's all you'll ever need. So what do you want with me? wise. They're very wise. They're disguised, trying to revolutionize tomorrow. And I know, and I know, and I know, your mind's guaranteed. It's all you ever need. So what do you want with me?
Joey Perez is live in the studio now till 10 a.m. for the Eggs, Bacon, and Joey Morning Show.
Welcome
following businesses are underwriters of KFUN 92.5. If you would like to hear your business on KFUN, call our underwriting department at 559-639-5925.
Are you wanting to eat healthy for lunch today? The Rock and Roll Deli has over 10 salads on our menu. We also have clam chowder and chili every day. And now we have clam chowder in a bread bowl. Our clam chowder's been rated #1 in Kings County. You gotta come in and try it. And you probably heard that we have over 70 items on our menu, the largest menu in Kings County. The best burgers in Hanford, hot dogs, prime rib hot dogs, and all with that famous boar's head meat. All natural and all fresh. So if you're hungry and want something really good to eat, come to the Rock and Roll Deli, 102 West 7th in downtown Hanford. Don't forget we have Sweet Palate Bakery inside as well, so you can fill your sweet tooth at the same time. The Rock and Roll Deli. Order online at rockletterNrolldeli.com or call us at 639-5000. Visit us in person at 102 West 7th. The Rock and Roll Deli, open today.
Do you have an upcoming wedding, corporate event, holiday party, birthday party, quinceanera, or retirement party? Let J-Live Entertainment Special Event Service help you with all of your entertainment, rentals, and special event needs. J-Live Entertainment Special Event Service offers DJ, photo booth, videography, photography, dance floors, decorations, linens, mariachi, limo service, catering, and more. Give them a call or text at 559-362-4046 or go to jliveent.com and click on weddings. Call or text 559-362-4046 or go to jliveent.com and click on weddings. Your one-stop wedding shop, J-Live Entertainment Special Event Service.
Hello, friends. Are you looking to stay warm during the unusually colder winter temperatures or the upcoming brutal summer heat that's coming soon? Well, friends, there is a simple solution to increase or reduce inside temperatures of your automobile, home, or office while noticeably reducing energy costs. Well, the answer is professional window tinting with Tint Plus. Tint Plus Auto Glass is your Greater Hanford and surrounding area professional window tint provider. Tint Plus Auto Glass has been providing the community with professional window tinting services since 2010. Not only is Tint Plus Auto Glass window film the highest of quality, but our films are backed with a manufacturer lifetime warranty. Dollar for dollar, window film is the most effective way to reduce costly energy bills caused by overworked AC or heating units. So, no matter if you're seeking professional window tinting for your commercial property, your residence, or auto, there's only one place for you that's going to save you time, money, and energy costs. That's Tint Plus Auto Glass, 421 West 4th Street, number 1, Hanford. Or call them at 559-585-1500. Again, that's 585-1500. Tint Plus Auto Glass, 421 West 4th Street, number 1, Hanford.
Mark your calendar, Saturday, February 10th, for the Big Melgo Dance.
Johnny Angel, Johnny Angel, Johnny Angel, Johnny Angel, you're an angel to me.
Rock, roll, rock, roll. You take some music.
Hello? 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 Can you hear me? Hello? Hello? Hi, how are you? Thank you so very much, folks, for joining us this morning. I want to thank all of you that are tuned in at Coca-Cola Broadcasting Station's The Loop, Channel 32.3. That is over-the-air antenna television. Absolutely free. Free TV. You got to get one of those antennas, folks. Also, I want to thank those of you that are tuned in via jliveent.com. jliveent.com. You can watch our worldwide video stream on any mobile device right now. Any mobile device right now, that's jliveent.com. Want to thank all of our radio listeners for tuning in on 92.5 FM, kfunradio.com, and our free app, KFUN 92.5. Now, folks, earlier this morning, we had Hanford City Councilman Francisco Ramirez of District D joining us on the air as he gets ready for the big election happening on January 23rd and whether or not he should be recalled But coming up in just a little bit, we have one of his opponents that's on the ballot for this upcoming election, Diane Sharp. Will be joining us in just a little bit, so stay tuned for that. But right now, let's get to your top of the morning news. Yes, your top of the morning news here on the Eggs, Bacon, and Joey Morning Show. We have a lot to get to this morning, folks, so let's get right to it. This story out of Paris, California is just... it's almost something out of a scary movie. That's how like eerie. That's how it gives me the heebie-jeebies. 13 victims ranging in age from 2 to 29 were kept shackled to their beds amid foul surroundings in a Paris home by their parents, sheriff officials said early Sunday morning. A 17-year-old girl, 17 years old, folks, 17 years old, escaped from the residence. I mean, I'm telling you, this is stuff that you hear from a scary movie where they escape to let police officers know about these monsters. She escaped from a residence located in the 100 block of Muirwoods Road and called 911 from a cellular device she managed to take from the home, investigators said. That teen told the 911 operator that she and her 12 siblings were being held captive in their home by their parents. When investigators from the Paris Police Department and the Riverside County Sheriff's Department met with the girl, they said she looked like she was only 10 years old, though she was 17. After interviewing that girl, investigators contacted her parents, 57-year-old David Allen Turpin and 49-year-old Louise Anna Turpin, at the home from which the teen escaped. Further investigation reveals several children shackled to their beds and chains and padlocks in dark and foul-smelling surroundings. However, the parents were not able to immediately provide a reason why their children were restrained in that manner. Deputies located what they believed to be 12 children inside the house, but were shocked to discover that 7 of them were actually adults, ranging in age from 18 to 29. The victims appeared to be malnourished and very dirty. There were 13 victims total, 12 in the house and 1 who escaped to call 911. The victims, who ranged in age from 2 to 29 years old, were transported to the Paris station and interviewed. Both parents were detained and transported to the station for further investigation. Child Protective Services and Adult Protective Services arrived to assist in the investigation. The victims were provided with food and beverages after they claimed to be starving. Both parents were interviewed and subsequently transported to Robert Presley Detention Center. They were arrested on suspicion of torture and child endangerment. Bail was set at $9 million each. James and Betty Turpin of West Virginia, who are David Turpin's parents, told ABC News they were surprised and shocked at the allegations against their son and daughter-in-law. They said they haven't seen the couple since they visited them in California 4 or 5 years ago. They keep in touch regularly by phone with David and Louise, but not with their grandchildren. They said their grandchildren are homeschooled. If you know anything relevant to the or relevant information to this ongoing investigation, you're urged to contact investigator Tom Salisbury at the Paris station by calling 951 210-1000. That's 951-210-1000, or emailing parisstation@riversidesheriff.org. So once again, this is developing. I'm sure more details will start to come out, but my goodness, thank God that these kids have been saved. And adults, because they said that these kids were so malnourished and who knows if they've been starving to death, that they didn't even look like they were 29 years old. They looked like they were 10. Just a sad story from Riverside. Well, folks, we are covering right now the possible shutdown deadline in Washington, D.C. right now. Congress needs to reach a spending deal by Friday to avoid a shutdown of the one-year anniversary of Trump's presidency. DACA is a huge part of the negotiations. At noon Eastern Time today, Trump will meet with Kazakhstan President Nursultan Nazarbayev. The two will make remarks as well. At 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time, the White House press briefing will take place where Trump's doctor is expected to speak and give results on his evaluation, his physical that took place on Friday. Democrats say saving DACA is the key to avoiding a shutdown. Republicans say that's not possible. Both Republicans and Democrats appear far more interested in digging into their respective positions than moving forward of any kind on any bipartisan deal to keep the government open. We'll be keeping track of what is going on there and what's going to happen. Well, it looks like Japan public television sends mistaken North Korean missile alert. This has happened again. Japan's public broadcaster mistakenly sent an alert warning citizens of North Korean missile launch and urging them to seek immediate shelter, then retracted it minutes later, days after a similar error happened in Hawaii. NHK Television issued the message Tuesday on its internet and mobile news sites, as well as on Twitter, saying North Korea appeared to have fired a missile at Japan. It said the government was telling people to take shelter. The false alarm came 2 days after Hawaii's Emergency Management Department sent a mistaken warning of a North Korean missile attack to mobile phones across the state, triggering panic. NHK deleted its tweet after several minutes, issued a correction, and apologized several times on air. It said a mistake in using the alert system caused the error. So once again, here we are. Hawaii just had that huge false alarm this weekend, and now Japan today. Japan mistakenly sent an alert warning to citizens of a North Korean missile launch. What is going on? What is going on with these alerts? I mean, it's ridiculous to know that these alerts are happening like this. Foggy Day school schedules today. Central Valley Christian Schools in Plan A. Exeter Unified Plan A. Farmersville Unified Plan A. Tipton Elementary Plan A. Tulare City School is on a 2-hour delay. Waukena Joint Union Elementary in Plan A, and Westside Elementary in Plan A as well. So those are some Foggy Day school schedules, and it is foggy out there, so please drive safely, folks, and remember to be cautious of the other drivers on the road. Also, folks, yesterday was the celebration of Martin Luther King Jr., MLK Day, and it was celebrated in many areas, including downtown Hanford on Monday morning, to march in honor of Martin Luther King Jr., or as activist Buddy Jones put it, to respond to a positive call. The crowd, which had gathered on the steps at the Civic Auditorium for the annual NAACP-led march, was urged by Jones to gather in closely like family. Family doesn't stand at arm's length, Jones said before the 8 a.m. march. After beginning the ceremony with a short African drum performance, Jones explained that the drums were used to put out a call. If you put out a positive call, you'll get a positive response, Jones said to the crowd. You are that response. He also stressed that the small crowd should celebrate those who were in attendance rather than fret about those who weren't. Jones, an activist and artist, said that despite living in Visalia, he chose to march in King's honor in Hanford. Why Hanford, he said? Because Hanford just started celebrating MLK Day recently, so they need the most help. The first Martin Luther King Day celebration in Hanford was in 2007. The day was not a holiday for Hanford city workers until that time, when under pressure from the community, the city caught up with the rest of the nation, which adopted the holiday in 1986. The NAACP has been marching annually downtown since. The day honors the birth of King, a Baptist minister who sought equality through nonviolence. He was assassinated in 1968. So happy to see that that's still going and that people are participating in that great event yesterday. And hopefully everybody enjoyed their MLK holiday as well. Current traffic report is brought to you by DataFlow. Go see my friends at DataFlow. StartDBS.com. There's a traffic collision, no injuries at 168 West Adams in Fresno. Also, there's a incident in Porterville at Avenue 44 and Road 152 where it's currently causing a hazard. Current temperature right now is 47 degrees and foggy. As I mentioned, please drive safely out there. It is foggy. The high for today will be 63 and cloudy. Wednesday, 64 and cloudy, and Thursday, 68 and partly cloudy. Friday looks like some showers will be coming our way with a high of 55 degrees. It's the Eggs, Bacon, and Joey Morning Show. We'll continue on with more city politics. Yes, the recall election happening January 23rd for the Hanford City Councilman position. That's Hanford City Council District D. We got Diane Sharp joining us here on the air. Stay with us. Don't go anywhere.
Good morning and welcome to the Eggs, Bacon, and Joey Morning Show with Joey Perez, Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. The following businesses are underwriters of KFUN 92.5. If you would like to hear your business on KFUN, call our underwriting department at 559-639-5925.
Everyone enjoys receiving a little recognition every now and then, and Kings County Trophy and Engraving is your one-stop shopping headquarters for all of your award needs. Serving Kings, Tulare, and Fresno counties, they can do it all, from large league awards to custom one-of-a-kind trophies, and everything in between, like plaques, acrylics, plastic signage, name tags, medals, and more. Kings County Trophy and Engraving is a family-owned and operated business, proudly serving our local community for over 30 years. Owner Brandon Ainsworth is committed to provide you with high-quality products with excellent service. Recognize someone special and cause them to smile by presenting them with an award they'll be proud to display anytime, anywhere. All it takes is a quick visit to Kings County Trophy and Engraving at 500 East 2nd Street in Hanford, or call 559-583-9662. That's 559-583-9662. Kings County Trophy and Engraving is a proud supporter of our local youth soccer, as well as our military personnel at Naval Air Station Lemoore. Stop by and award someone today.
Thank you so much for your support of the Eggs, Bacon, and Joey Morning Show. You can follow us on social media, facebook.com/KFUN Radio, facebook.com, search the Eggs, Bacon, and Joey Morning Show, and Instagram at Eggs Bacon Joey. And you know, folks, this would not all be possible without the great sponsors of J Live Entertainment Events and the Eggs Bacon and Joey Morning Show. I want to send a special thank you to Ray Figueroa Construction, King's Dance Center in Hanford, Bell Guy Bell Bonds, The Fifth Quarter in Visalia, Best Salsa Catering, Valley Cryosport, Whole Body Cryotherapy, Hutch's Barbecue Sauce. I want to thank them very much for their support of the Eggs, Bacon, and Joey Morning Show. Stay with us. Don't go anywhere. Let's have a great morning.
USA Sports Apparel, Hanford's newest and hottest sports apparel store, is now open, showcasing hundreds of the latest trending sports gear and apparel located at the Hanford Mall and offering a wide variety of items to choose from, such as sports tees, gifts, caps, and accessories, and more. USA Sports Apparel offers exclusive Hanford Joint Union High School apparel for all 3 high schools, including t-shirts, sweatshirts, hats, and more. USA Sports Apparel offers a vast variety of licensed rock and roll t-shirts to include our custom designed t-shirt department. And let's not overlook our vast selection of USA, military, religious, Route 66, and CSI, just to name a few of our styles. Baseball caps, Castro hats, and more. Again, it's USA Sports Apparel, located in the heart of Hanford at the Hanford Mall, where USA Sports Apparel is the exclusive supplier for the Rambler Yeti mugs. Or visit USASportsT-shirts.com. Again, that's USASportsT-shirts.com, or call 559-530-3684. That's USA Sports Apparel.
Do you have an upcoming wedding, corporate event, holiday party, birthday party, quinceanera, or retirement party? Let J Live Entertainment Special Event Service help you with all of your entertainment, rentals, and special event needs. J Live Entertainment Special Event Service offers DJ, photo booth, videography, photography, dance floors, decorations, linens, mariachi, limo service, catering, and more. Give them a call or text at 559-362-4046 or go to jliveent.com and click on weddings. Call or text 559-362-4046 or go to jliveent.com and click on weddings. Your one-stop wedding shop, J Live Entertainment Special Event Service.
Forget about that stale cereal or oatmeal. Joey Perez is live on your radios to provide you with the Eggs, Bacon, and Joey. You are now listening to the Eggs, Bacon, and Joey Morning Show.
Yes, good morning, everybody. Eggs, Bacon, and Joey, thank you all so very much for joining us this morning. It has been a very, very busy program. I want to thank all of our viewers on Channel 32.3, The Loop, via Coca-Cola broadcasting stations, also worldwide on our mobile stream, which you can watch this video stream right now on any mobile device at jliveent.com. That's jliveent.com. And, of course, our radio listeners at KFUN Radio 92.5 FM and our free app, KFUN 92.5. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to welcome into the studio here this morning Diane Sharp. Hello, Diane. How are you?
Hi, Joey. I'm great. How are you?
Diane is a candidate for the Hanford City Council District D. Diane, I want to welcome you, and, I got to tell you, this election is causing a lot of, a media storm over the past couple of months. All over social media, I've been hearing about this recall election.
Yeah.
First off, tell me what kind of motivated you to get involved and be on the ballot for this election.
Well, I've always been interested in public policy. When I was at Hanford High, and this is a number of years ago, I have to admit, but I was in like a political club, and whenever the Rotarians or the Kiwanis or groups like that would have the deals where you can visit the city council or be a mock board of supervisors, I was always in on all that stuff. That was a long time ago. I've been following local issues my whole life, and what really got me into this race was I was concerned about the level of transparency that the city was providing and to its citizens. And what tipped me off on that was the lawsuit from Transparent California which is a website that publishes data from all over the state. It has like 99% of the salary and compensation information, like salary, health care and perks and the whole giant number, or a small number, depending. I
So a
guess.
key being transparency.
The key is transparency, right? Hanford has chosen right now to be a little coy and not provide all the information to this website when all the other, cities around here pretty much are doing it, and they're spending taxpayer money to pay lawyers to try to keep this information away from who? The taxpayer.
Wow.
So they're spending our own money to keep information from us. And I have time to run. I think I understand local issues, and I have a passion for public service. And so that's what drove me to this race.
This is a trend that's happening on a national level, I think, are people that are looking to make a change in their local politics and say, hey, you know what? I'm gonna run, and I'm going to try to make a change within my community. And I feel like you're very motivated. You definitely come off as trying to make a change in regards to this transparency issue. But let me ask you a question: when you have a recall election, right, and a general election happening in November, but a recall election happening now, why do you think it's important that this happens now rather than in November?
Personally, I don't truly think I understand the motivation behind the folks that were doing the recall.
Gotcha.
I do know that there is a concern that Mr. Ramirez failed to follow the laws and the rules with reporting his campaign contributions. I am aware that, and I was swayed by the Kings County grand jury report that found him deficient and basically not telling the truth.
Oh, wow.
For lack of a, I could try to use a euphemism, but
No, yeah.
really the fact is he was caught telling an untruth regarding the donations, and I just think the public deserves better. The recall is expensive.
But if we have a situation where potentially someone is lying, potentially someone is not providing truth to their position, the recall election should happen. Is that what you're saying? And it should happen now, because, I mean, you don't want to waste any time of having an elected official in office that long.
It's a tough question.
Okay.
Because there are a variety of issues that come into play: the cost of the election, the opportunity of having someone else in the office besides the person that's currently serving. And I'm just following the will of the people. I guess the reason I would say I was in support of the recall is because there were, I should know the exact number, but like 1,000 people that signed a signature,
and allowed for this to happen.
And put their signature. So I'm just going with the will of the people.
Now, is it hard to kind of get away from what is actually being portrayed out there on social media with, I spoke to Mr. Ramirez earlier this morning. He brought up Hanford Lies, a website that he's created to talk about his truth. And then you have other people blasting Ramirez with flyers of fraudulent and this and that. I mean, is it hard to kind of make your way with all that's going on, or have you seen that going out, talking to the community, and promoting yourself? Have you seen the responses in a positive way when you speak to them and say, hey, you know what, I'm here to make a change?
I've gotten tremendous positive response.
That's
really, what's the word I want? It's
overwhelming.
Really touching.
And touching,
yeah. Blown away, actually, by people who have known me my whole life, that are so excited that I'm running, And so it's very gratifying. People will stop me when I'm out in town and just say, hey, good job. We need people like you in government. And so it really has been overwhelming is a good way to put it.
That's great, and it's great to see that you're getting that response. Now,
Yeah.
tell me a little bit about your platform and some of the things that you'd like to really change if you're elected.
If we can, before I do that, I'd like to go back to the second half of your previous question, which had to do how do you stay the course when there's all this noise,
Yes.
let's say, going back and forth on social media. I think primarily Facebook. And the way you do that is you just run your own race. I went in with built a strategy, and I'm executing my strategy. And if it turns out that the people of District D who are voting in this election like the strategy, then I have a shot at winning. And if not, then I'm not their gal, and so be it. Let's move on. And so you just, I mean, I shouldn't say I just totally tune that stuff out, but I take it with a grain of salt.
Of course. No, I think that's great. So, and I'm glad that you reiterated why, some of that distractions can cause a stir, but at the same time, if you run your own race, you don't have to worry about what's going on in that route. You know what I mean?
Right. You don't want to get your head turned spending time trolling social media when you should be out talking to the people of District D and finding out from them what their issues are and what they're looking for in a public official.
Absolutely. So once again, let's talk about your platform. Let's talk about some of the things that you want to change. Let's just say you're elected Councilwoman District D. What are you going to change?
Well, I mentioned the transparency issue earlier, and I'd like to reiterate or to say that there are a lot of things in the city of Hanford that I think are going well. But we do have a disconnect, a public relations disconnect between, I've been told just from talking to folks, between the citizens and the city apparatus. The old firehouse is an example where there are a lot of people in town that care about the old buildings and want to feel like they have ownership in them. And in fact, and I mean that in a general sense, in an emotional sense, because it's part of what makes Hanford Hanford. And I think that should be encouraged. And so the city council, but the city council took the firehouse issue and buried the demolition of the firehouse on consent calendar. And so what a consent calendar is a lot of public entities have them, and it's a whole bunch of items that are sort of considered to be just routine, not important, not that big of a deal, stuff you usually approve all the time. So you just take care of it with one vote. You take care of however many items are on this consent calendar. So it's really just sort of speed up the expediency of government. So to bury something like demoing the firehouse, my grandfather was fire chief when that firehouse was constructed.
And we're talking about the old fire station.
The old fire
that's about to be
station,
demolished.
Right, over on Lacey.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lacey and Phillips. And it was just a public relations nightmare for the city to conduct business that way. And so I think we need to clean up some of that stuff. That's one of the main things I want to do. I also want to make sure that we are, I'm concerned about the parks. And it would appear from what I still have a lot to learn, but from what I've seen so far, that the accessibility, the number of acres of accessible parks that we have here in Hanford is below average for cities like us. And so I think we need to pay attention to that. We should have if we're well managed, we should have the funds to do it. I was just reading a report on impact fees. Millions and millions of dollars come in on impact fees. What impact fees are basically taxes on everybody that buys a brand new house. When a guy wants to build a subdivision, let's say there are 100 houses, each house has to pay impact fees on fire, on police, on parks, on sewer, and on water. And these range, as I recall, like between a couple $100 per house up to $500 per house, times the different 5 groups. And so that gets passed on to the people that buy the houses. And so there's money there to take care of some of these things. And I just think there's an opportunity. I just want it to be managed well and out in the open, and so that people think they are knowing what's going on in their city.
No, I think that's a common theme from what we've talked about here this morning about transparency. So I want to make sure that I'm giving each candidate equal amount of time. So before you go here this morning, I want to give you one last shot to talk to the voters out there and let them know why Diane Sharp should be the next person to take the job of the Hanford City Council District D.
Okay, well, hi, voters. I'm not sure where to look,
right,
but I'd just like to say thanks for the opportunity to Joey. I'm the most experienced candidate. I've got school board experience. I've got first 5 commission experience. I was on the state fair board for 8 years and chairman for 2. I understand the ag economy. I understand the downtown economy, being part of a family that's been part of the downtown community for over 100 years. And I'm anxious to see what I can do to make Hanford a better place.
There it is. Diane Sharp. Thank you so very much, and good luck next week in the election.
Okay, thank you, Joey.
All right. Eggs, Bacon, and Joey, folks, stay with us. Don't go anywhere.
Literally save women's lives. Call today, 800-526-1803. That's 800-526-1803.
This is our masterpiece. Boar's Head Oven Gold Turkey. Crafted from a family.
Forget about that stale.
From one generation to
Forget
the next.
about that stale.
Seasoned with savory spices from around the world. Slow roasted until it's fork tender and brimming with flavor. Then proudly branded for authenticity. A turkey made to the highest standards. Boar's Head Oven Gold Turkey. Our masterpiece. Worthy of yours.
Boar's Head Turkey and all the great Boar's Head meats. Available exclusively at the Rock and Roll Deli, 102 West 7th. Buy them there for sandwiches or take them home. The Rock and Roll Deli, your Boar's Head facility in Hanford.
Forget about that stale cereal or oatmeal. Joey Perez is live on your radios to provide you with the Eggs, Bacon, and Joey.
It is to advertise with the Eggs, Bacon, and Joey morning show, okay? Here it is. Not only do you get to come into the studio, and we will interview you here on the air, we'll also give you a copy of that interview so you can post it on your social media site so people can get to know you a little bit more and get to know a little bit more about your company. So once again, if you're a business out there and you want to advertise with the Eggs, Bacon, and Joey morning show, let me help you promote your product, promote your company, and let people understand why your company is good for them. So once again, if you would like to advertise with the Eggs, Bacon, and Joey morning show, give us a call or text at 559-362-4046, or you can go to any of our social media sites and send us a direct message. Instagram at Eggs, Bacon, Joey, Facebook.com, search the Eggs, Bacon, and Joey morning show. So once again, folks, I would love to have you not only sitting right here next to me on the show, but also just here a part of this great thing we have going on, the Eggs, Bacon, and Joey morning show. I would love to have your business and be given the opportunity to be a brand ambassador to your business. So once again, 559-362.
Forget about that stale cereal or oatmeal. Joey Perez is live on your radios to provide you with the Eggs, Bacon, and Joey. You are now listening to the Eggs, Bacon, and Joey Morning Show.
Yes, good morning, everybody. Eggs, Bacon, and Joey. Thank you so very much for tuning in this morning. I want to thank all of our viewers via The Loop, Channel 32.3, Coca-Cola Broadcasting Stations, and over-the-air antenna television. Thank you so very much for tuning in this morning. Also, thank you to our radio listeners at KFUN 92.5 FM, KFUNradio.com, and our free app, KFUN 92.5. And, of course, ladies and gentlemen, you can also check out the Eggs, Bacon, and Joey Morning Show on any mobile device right now. You can stream video anywhere in the world right now via jliveent.com. That's jliveent.com. You can stream us right now. You can see my ugly mug right now on the video screen. Am I ugly? I can't do anything about it. Anyways, folks, thank you guys so very much for joining us this morning. We have some guests that are going to be joining us, including some council, Hanford City Council candidates, a part of the election that's taking place. And also, I got Chips Poll Service joining us here on the air as well. So a lot of things to get to this morning. And, folks, we're playing a little catch-up here, so let's get right to it. Well, today, it's a Trump-iversary. That doesn't mean that it's the anniversary of our president being in office. That happened a couple days ago. Today, in 2005, Donald Trump married his third wife, Slovenian model Melania. That happened today. Now, a lot of people are claiming that Melania is not real happy with some of the things that have been coming out about the president in the past couple of days because she posted something about the first year in office, and the president was not featured in any of the photos. So people are like, man, he's in the doghouse. Well, hopefully the anniversary rekindles the relationship, right? All right, well, Kanye West has named his new baby girl Chicago after his hometown. Well, it could be worse. He could be from Hackensack. Yeah, so Chicago is the name of the Kardashian baby, or, I'm sorry, Kanye West and Kardashian baby. Sometimes I don't know who's in charge there. Is it Kim Kardashian or is it Kanye West? The Statue of Liberty will reopen despite the government shutdown. Yes, folks, there is a government shutdown. And it's still happening to this moment. We're keeping up to date here with the Senate to see if things are going to change this morning. But the Statue of Liberty is still open despite the federal government shutdown. New York Governor Andrew Cuomo announced on Sunday that the statue, along with neighboring Ellis Island, will reopen today, regardless of the government shutdown. So there you go. In a deal with the Interior Department, New York State is expected to pay $65,000 a day to keep the national monuments open for the foreseeable future. It's a big sum. Well, folks, the big game, yes, it's going to happen. The big game. That's what we're calling it here on our show. It's going to happen, and it's going to include the New England, which, the Patriots of New England have been in the Super Bowl, big game, at least 10 times already. What is it, 3 of the last 4 appearances they've been there or something like that? And they're on a chance to do a back-to-back win. Well, they'll be taking on the Eagles of Philadelphia, and it'll happen in Minnesota. Man, can you believe what a heartbreak for the Minnesota Vikings? They were 1 game away from playing a home game at the big game. A home game. They would have played at home. Oh, what a heartbreak. Anyways, Big Game Sunday is Guacamole Sunday. Big Game Sunday means it's guacamole time. Around 40 million pounds of avocado will be eaten during the big game parties this year That's enough to cover the field at U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis in 5 feet of guacamole. Wacky but true, the panty thief. Authorities in Germany are trying to catch a burglar who has a thing for women's underwear. So far, the burglar has struck 14 times over the past 2 years, ignoring household valuables and sneaking off with women's panties. Jumanji, shout out to The Rock. Jumanji is the #1 movie for the 3rd week in a row. Jumanji has done something most movies never do. It's been #1 for 3 weekends in a row. The Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson comedy adventure made another $20 million over the weekend. Happy birthdays going out to Piper Laurie, who is 86. Seymour Cassell is 83. Linda Blair is 59. Diane Lane is 53. Rapper and actor DJ Jazzy Jeff is 53. Guy Fieri is 50. Olivia Diabo is 59, and Sammy Gale is 22. Happy birthday to them, and happy birthday to all of you celebrating a birthday this morning. Oh, yeah. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to whoever you are. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Yes, remember me. Have you guys seen Coco yet? You got to go watch that movie. It's really good. Okay. Good morning, everybody. Yes. Eggs, Bacon, and Joey, stay with us. We got the 5 things you need to know this morning. Coming up. Don't go anywhere.
Perez is live in the studio now till 10 a.m. for the Eggs, Bacon, and Joey Morning Show.
Yes, good morning, everybody. Thank you so very much again for joining us. Remember, you can stream our video right now on any mobile device, on your desktop if you're at work. You can check us out at jlivent.com. That's jlivent.com. Also, you can check us out on television, channel 32.3, The Loop, via Coca-Cola Broadcasting Stations on over-the-air antenna television. And also, for those of you that are listening to us on the radio right now, 92.5 FM, the best classic rock. I mean, where else do you hear classic rock like KFUN 92.5? KFUNradio.com and our free app, KFUN 92.5. Don't forget to follow us on social media. Yes, Instagram at Eggs, Bacon, Joey, Facebook.com/KFUNradio, and Facebook.com. Search the Eggs, Bacon, and Joey Morning Show. All right. It is now time for the 5 things you need to know this morning. The 5 things you need to know this morning. And before we even move on with the 5 things, we got to remind you, for the umpteenth time, the New England Patriots march into the big game. So that means the Philadelphia Eagles are the nation's last hope. Can they take down the team that has always been at the championship level for the past, 10 years or so, even more than that? You just always hear the Patriots in the big game. Well, here's what else you need to know to get up to speed and out the door. Number 1, government shutdown. The premise of a game of chicken is that in the end, someone always flinches. But here we are on day 3 of the shutdown, and neither side is flinching. Instead, the divisions are deepening. The Senate votes at noon today. That's noon Eastern time, which means 9 our time, which is in about 25 minutes. Will it happen? Will the government be open again? On a bill that would reopen the government. They're going to do that at noon Eastern time, 9 a.m. Pacific time. And they're going to see if they can fund it for 3 weeks. But Democrats aren't jazzed about it. That's because they still don't have assurances that a fix is coming for DACA, or at least a big vote on immigration will come out of this. Vice President Mike Pence has said there will be no immigration talks until the government reopens. Today is really the first day the shutdown effects will be felt, as hundreds and thousands of furloughed federal workers stay home from their jobs today. Over the weekend, President Trump took a hands-off approach to the crisis, preferring instead to speak through his favorite bullhorn. You know what that is, Twitter. He blamed the Democrats and said the Senate should exercise the nuclear option, as in no more 60 votes to end a filibuster. His re-election campaign released an ad accusing Democrats of being complicit in all murders committed by undocumented immigrants. So when this mess ends, and I'm sure it will end, right? We're hoping that this ends. Who gets the blame? Going into the shutdown, the conventional wisdom was the GOP, since it controls the White House and the Congress. But a new poll offers several red flags for the Democrats as well. More Americans think avoiding a shutdown is more important than continuing DACA, it found. So, man, we're going to find out in just a bit if the government will reopen. We're on day 3 now. Number 2, women's marches. This weekend they marched with one important goal. In November, they'll vote. Tens of thousands of women rallied in marches worldwide over the weekend, highlighting the anniversaries of last year's Women's March in Washington and President Trump's inauguration. The weekend demonstrations got a new fuel thanks to the hashtag #MeToo movement. Power players like Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg, Natalie Portman, and Viola Davis shared their stories of sexual harassment. Meanwhile, political organizations vowed to use the marches as a springboard to register 1 million voters this year. Number 3, the Kabul hotel attack. Gunmen hit the Intercontinental Hotel in Kabul, Afghanistan over the weekend in a horrific attack that killed at least 18 people. Attackers roamed the halls of the hotels for hours, firing on guests and setting off explosives. Desperate hotel guests threw themselves to their deaths off balconies to escape the carnage. During the 12-hour standoff, Afghan security forces rescued 153 people and killed the attackers who were part of the Pakistan-based terror group known as the Haqqani Network. In 2011, terrorists attacked the same hotel over several hours, killing 11. Number 4, Turkey and Syria. A dangerous new front in the Syrian conflict may be opening up thanks to a key U.S. ally, Turkey. The Turks hit U.S.-backed Kurdish militia with airstrikes in northern Syria that killed at least 8 people. Then Turkish troops entered the area. This is sure to inflame tensions between the U.S. and Turkey. The U.S. supports and arms the Kurdish militias because they help fight ISIS, but Turkey has long fought the groups because it doesn't want them to create a Kurdish state along its borders. Number 5, the SAG Awards, the Screen Actors Guild Awards. Women took center stage at last night's Screen Actors Guild with calls for gender parity and honesty in the industry. It said the show featured its first ever host, Kristen Bell, and a slate of all-female presenters. Rosanna Arquette, who accused Harvey Weinstein of sex harassment, called out the names of other women who have accused other powerful men. Nicole Kidman said women over 40 should still have a place in Hollywood, so she's fighting for the older demographic. The cast of This Is Us and 3 billboards outside Ebbing, Missouri celebrated the night's big wins. So there you go. The SAG Awards took place last night. And again, one of the things that was listed in Joey's favorite things on our website, jlivent.com, click on the Eggs, Bacon, and Joey morning show, was the movie 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. If you guys haven't seen that, I recommend it. Really good movie, and it's winning all the awards, so go check it out. 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. All right, ladies and gentlemen, coming up next, I got my buddy, my man, from Chips Pool Service. Get ready. We're going to talk about how to clean your pool, and if you're ignoring it, my friends, don't do that, because the weather is going to start getting warmer in the next couple of months, and then what? You have no pool. So get ready. Chips Pool Service joining us. Coming up next. Don't go anywhere.
What?
Joey Perez is live in the studio now till 10 a.m. for the Eggs, Bacon, and Joey Morning Show.
Yes, good morning, everybody. Eggs, Bacon, and Joey. And look, we have a guest here this morning, folks. His name is Scott Harris from Chips Pool Service. Scott, how are you, my man?
I'm good, brother. Good morning. Good morning to your listeners.
Thank you so very much for joining us. You know, you and I were having a conversation off the air, and we were talking about, you know, just TV and radio in general and how kind of things have changed. A lot of people, recording their programs now.
Yes.
Not a lot of people watch things live. So, in a sense, I feel like that's the same way that people handle their pools.
Yeah, it can be. It really
because
can
they're
be.
going, it's the winter season. Let's not worry about it,
Yes.
you know. And they put it on record or pause for a minute.
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, it starts getting hot. End of March, beginning of April.
Yep.
And people want their pools back, man. First off, tell me, because you have a great story. And I want you to give me a little bit of a background to the Chips Pool Service. And as you guys can see on the screen right now, we have information about Chips Pool Service, 559-786-4956. Chips has something to do there with CHP. Come on, give me a little background. What got you into starting the pool service?
Well, Chips comes from the fact that I was a highway patrolman for 30 years. I recently retired. And I had a partner who used to work with me. And he ended up having to retire medically, and he started doing pool service. This was about 15 years ago. And so off and on, I would help him out whenever he needed to go on vacation or what have you. And as I got closer to retirement, he and I were having a conversation about what I might do to stay busy. And he says, well, why don't you do pools? And I said, well, I have been for a while, so I guess I'll give it a shot. So I came up with the Chips name, California Home Pool Service, as a kind of an homage to the California Highway Patrol and my service there. So that's kind of where the name comes from.
What's cool is that, like, I feel like it was meant to be, because California Home Pool Service, like...
Yeah, it worked out pretty good.
It worked out pretty good.
It worked out pretty good.
All right, man. So really quick, let's get into some of the things that you see that are common mistakes with pools these days. Like, for example, you know, I know there's algae. There's the fact of making sure that you're turning on your sweeper. A lot of people are not, putting that on an automatic timer and things like that.
Yes.
So go ahead and give me some information on some things that are common right now that are pretty bad for pools.
Well, I think, like you said earlier, right now with it being winter, a lot of people kind of just forget about their pool. Maybe they don't spend much time in their backyard because it's cold. You figure, I don't need to worry about it. So you don't keep the chemicals balanced properly, so you start to grow a little bit of algae. Maybe you don't run your filtration system as long as you should. And so, again, that algae starts to build up, the dust, the leaves start to collect. And the problem just starts to compile, because now when it does become time to start using your pool, either you or your pool service is going to have to work a lot harder to get your pool back to where it should be. Where realistically, you want to keep doing the same thing during the winter that you were doing during the summer, and that's maintaining your chemicals, making sure your filter is working properly. You can usually run your filter less a little bit in the winter, but you don't want to cut it off completely, because that's what keeps your pool clean, is that filtration system, and that's what keeps the chemicals in the water sanitizing the system, is that filter continually running. Again, it doesn't have to run as long, but you want to do that. So a lot of people kind of let that go, and then all of a sudden they're like, oh, it's starting to get warm. Now, once it starts warming up, that algae is going to grow quickly if you don't have the chemicals balanced properly. And usually what you're going to find, you have three types basically. You've got green, yellow, and black. The green and the yellow aren't nearly as difficult to deal with. It's the black algae that is really, really tough to get rid of once it starts, and it can grow very quickly, even in the winter. So you want to make sure that you have the proper chemical balance, that you're cleaning the pool normally, just like you would in the summer. Maybe obviously you're not using it unless you happen to be a lucky one and you heat your pool. But for most folks, they don't worry about that during the winter. You have to keep those things balanced just like you do in the summer, because if you don't, it takes a lot more chemicals, which is going to cost you more in the long run to get your pool back into shape.
No, yeah, I absolutely agree. And then you got a lot of people out there that say, oh, well, I could just do it on my own. You know, I can just take care of my own pool on my own. But the thing is that when you don't have a pool service, you don't have somebody that's just focused on taking care of your pool. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And this is a true story on my end. I thought, hey, I could do this on my own. I could be my own pool guy. But what happened? I would forget a week, and then I would forget the right chemical. I'd forget that I have chlorine in my pool. I mean, I got so busy with other things, you know, family and stuff, that I forgot about my pool. So one of the things that I did is I reached out, looked for a pool service, and said, hey, can you help me out? Because I don't know what I'm doing here. So I think people need to realize that, you know, you really got to put a lot of concentration to your pool.
You really do. You can take care of your own pool. That's not really the question. It's consistency. And in today's busy life, with your kids running around at school and various other activities, and then you have your job, and then, you know, you come home, you want to enjoy your home and relax with your family. So you're like, okay, you know what, I'll do that tomorrow. And then tomorrow comes and you don't get to it. So ultimately, the chemicals start to kind of disappear out of your pool. It gets dirty. You don't realize, or you don't notice that maybe something's not working out in your backyard. And it just kind of goes downhill from there. So having a pool service, you have someone who's focused on coming to your home and your pool every week and spending time making sure that your equipment is working properly, that the chemicals are balanced properly in your pool, and that you're cleaning it out. And that way, you don't have to worry about it. And that's the whole idea. And that's kind of why I even got into the business is number one, I didn't like paying somebody a bunch of money and then not showing up.
Oh, man.
and I had that experience a few times. So I said, you know what, this isn't right. I'm going to do it, and I'm going to take care of people's pools the way I would take care of my own pool. And so that's what I try to do. I want to make sure that your pool looks nice and clean like it should, because that's the way it should be. And I don't charge an arm and a leg for what I'm doing, because again, I take pride in my work just like I did when I was a high patrolman, and I want to provide you with the same service and make sure that you're happy with your pool, that you don't have to worry about your pool. I'm going to show up when I'm supposed to show up, and that's the way it should be. So you don't have to worry about that. So whether you come out to your backyard in the middle of winter or the middle of summer, your pool is good to go. At least in the winter, you can look at it and appreciate that.
So tell us how our viewers and listeners can get in touch with you and how to book an appointment, all that good stuff.
The easiest way is to call me, 559-786-4956. I do have a Facebook page, California Home Pool Service. I'm working on a website right now. When that comes up online, you'll be able to book an appointment through the website with me. But for now, just give me a call. You know, it's my own business. I'm the only one working on it. My son helps me out every once in a while. But you call, it's going to be me, and we'll work out when I can come by, and I try to get there as quickly as I can. And like I said, I think I'm real reasonable in my prices. I can take care of your equipment. I can provide replacement parts, pretty much whatever you need, I can probably do. And if I can't do it, I'll get somebody who can.
California Home Pool Service, folks. Scott, thank you so very much, man.
So much.
I appreciate your time.
Really appreciate it.
And folks, the number's on the screen, 559-786-4956. You got to get your pool taken care of, folks. And this is the man to do it. He takes care of my pool. That's how much I trust this guy right here. Scott Harris,
Thank you. Thank
California Home Pool Service. Stay with us. More Eggs, Bacon, and Joey on the way. Don't go anywhere.
The following businesses are underwriters of KFUN 92.5. If you would like to hear your business on KFUN, call our underwriting department at 559-639-5925.
Mark your calendar, Saturday, February 10th, for the Big Melco Dance.
Johnny Angel, Johnny Angel, Johnny Angel, you're an angel to me.
Rock, roll, rock, roll. You take some music.
are going to rock the Hanford Civic Auditorium with the music of the 50s and 60s. The Melco Dance. Bring back your favorite songs, those oldies but goodies. Are you ready? Hosted by G-Man. He will be your MC for the night. Saturday, February 10th. Mark your calendar, 7 to 11. There'll be a no-host wet bar and a hot food buffet. Come dressed wearing your favorite sock hop outfit, best costume contest, dance contest, raffles, and prizes. Tickets, they're only $10 in advance. That's right, only $10, and it's at the Hanford Civic. Tickets available at the Parks and Recreation's office and the Rock and Roll Deli in downtown Hanford. Also, you can get them online at eventbrite.com or go to the Cool FM 104 website. Click on the event, and you can order your tickets online. Get your tickets now. This will be a sellout event. Valentine's Day Melco Dance, Saturday, February 10th, 7 to 11, with G-Man as the MC. We'll see you there.
Thank you so much for your support of the Eggs, Bacon, and Joey Morning Show. You can follow us on social media, facebook.com/KFunRadio, facebook.com, search the Eggs, Bacon, and Joey Morning Show, and Instagram at Eggs, Bacon, Joey. And you know, folks, this would not all be possible without the great sponsors of J-Live Entertainment Events and the Eggs, Bacon, and Joey Morning Show. I want to send a special thank you to Ray Figueroa Construction, King's Dance Center in Hanford, Bell Guy Bell Bonds, The Fifth Quarter in Visalia, Best Salsa Catering, Valley Cryosport, Whole Body Cryotherapy, Hutch's Barbecue Sauce. I want to thank them very much for their support of the Eggs, Bacon, and Joey Morning Show. Stay with us. Don't go anywhere. Let's have a great morning.
KOAD Hanford, KYAF Fireball, KAAX Avenal, KDPT Dos Palace, and KYA San Francisco.
It's the Eggs, Bacon, and Joey Morning Show.
Love me 2 times, baby. Love me twice today. Love me 2 times, girl. I'm gone away. Love me 2 times, girl. 1 for tomorrow, 1 just for today. Love me 2 times. I'm gone away. Love me 1 time, could not speak. Love me 1 time, yeah, my knees got weak. Love me 2 times, girl, lost me all through the week. Love me 2 times, I'm gone away. Love me 2 times, I'm gone away. Oh, yeah! Love me 1 time, could not speak. Love me 1 time, baby. Yeah, my knees got weak. Love me 2 times, girl. Lost me all through the week. Love me 2 times, I'm gone away.
Joey Joey Perez is live in the studio now till 10 a.m. for the Eggs, Bacon, and Joey Morning Show.
Yes, good morning, everybody. We are live. Yes, it is the Eggs, Bacon, and Joey Morning Show. I want to thank you all so very much for joining us, whether you're tuned in at Channel 32.3, The Loop, via Coca-Cola Broadcasting Stations, and also over-the-air antenna television, or whether you're watching us on a worldwide stream right now, jliveent.com. That's jliveent.com. And, of course, our radio station, KFUN 92.5 FM, kfunradio.com, and our free app, KFUN 92.5. So there is no excuse for you not to be tuned in to the Eggs, Bacon, and Joey Morning Show, as we have found every single way for you to get in touch with us here. So, ladies and gentlemen, it has been a very busy program, but I am happy to have our next guest, who is a candidate for Hanford City Council District D. I'd like to welcome Paula Massey. Hello, Paula.
Hello, how are you doing today?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing great, thank you.
Great to have you here on the air. You and I were discussing off the air how, I've had some other candidates here on the show, and I wanted to use this show, the Eggs, Bacon, and Joey Morning Show, as a platform for the big election happening tomorrow.
Yes.
And Paula, really quick, I want to just kind of get your insight and your thoughts as to this recall election. I mean, a recall election and almost like a big-time politics happening in such a small town. What's going on here?
Well, it is like a big town thing happening in a small town, and the recall election is maybe this city council person in District D. The citizens found that he wasn't doing exactly what they desired for him to do, and there was a petition that had to be signed, and they signed that petition even to get the recall done. So he's fighting that he could stay in, and that's a good thing as long as you're doing what you're doing for the community. You stay there. But if you don't, I just found an opportunity for me to step in as already a community activist and a community worker anyway. So why not step up to the plate and, be a part of what's going on?
And you've been very involved. Tell me just a little bit about, there's so many organizations, so many things that you've done over the years. Just tell me a little bit about what you're currently doing right now.
Well, right now I'm currently still with Women with Visions Unlimited. We started that in 2007 as an entrepreneur resource network for women. And now at this point, we're doing things for the children in the community. We're doing testing for diagnostic testing as far as math and reading. So we're always going to do the education with the children, and we did the youth conferences. So right now, I'm really involved in that Kings County Black History Committee program. We have a Black History program every year, and we just reformed our committee last year. So I'm really involved in that, and I was the past president of the local branch of the NAACP, so I'm really still involved in that as a member. So my hands are full. I'm doing a lot, and once one thing falls off my plate, it's like Tetris. Something falls right back in. But I'm happy about it. I just did Toys for Tots at a local apartment complex, and it was just really great. So right now I've just been hitting the streets, knocking on doors. I don't have money for big signs or stamps to mail out stuff, so I hit the ground running and have people walking with me in the communities and handing out my flyers, letting them know that the election is coming up tomorrow and vote for me.
What's one of your main motivations behind joining this election?
Well, one of my main motivations is the community itself. It is the community. So many times we have, I talk to different people, and it's like, my vote don't count. I'm not a registered voter. Why vote? Why register? I don't want to be on the jury duty. And every time I register to vote, they call me for jury duty. But one of my motivations to be in this election is to educate the community, really educate them as far as what voting does, what registering to vote does, and how important their vote really is. And also, one of my motivations is to give the community a voice. There are a lot of people in our community that have great ideas, that want to see things going on in this community, but they feel like they don't have a voice. What's the use of saying anything? Nothing's going to happen anyway. But in my opinion, if I get in, I am their voice. And I have to listen to them. I have to hold community meetings to find out what it is that you want. I always just use this analogy is that if I give you what you need, you might not want that. But if I give you what you want and include what you need, you're more likely to take that. It's just sort of like, I think that you need carrots, but you want cake. So what I do is I make a carrot cake and put a lot of carrots in it, okay? So, yeah.
I think that's a great example.
Yeah.
So, looking at this election, do you think that residents in District D are frustrated currently at this moment?
I think they really are very frustrated. When I talk to young people that are under my age, I just turned 60, so we're looking at 45 to 50, those ages, they're very frustrated. The African American community is very, very frustrated, and the Latino community is very, very frustrated. You have a lot of older people that are in their 70s that are retired. They're more complacent. They kind of got where they are. They're happy with where they are right now. They're not looking for a whole lot of things. They're looking for some, but not a whole lot. And if they're looking for anything, it's for their children and their grandchildren. So I do see a lot of frustration in our community.
Yeah, and I can see why this recall election is important to you, and why you decided to say, hey, you know what? I'm going to get involved.
Yeah.
I'm gonna campaign and be a part of this event because I know I can make a change, and I can feel that from you right now. I can feel the motivation to be a part of this election. So let's just say you do get elected. What are some of the things that you'd like to change immediately?
One of the things that I like to change, and I don't even know whether it's changing, but adding. I'll put adding. I would love to add to the community, because District D is spread out in a lot of areas. And I would love to see in each area having a community forum, having a place where I can have a community forum, whether it's at a church or whether it's at the Longfield Center, bringing that community together and just actually having a forum. What is it that, let the people talk, let them tell me what's going on. I throw some things out there to let them know what's happening in the community, and they let me know their feedback. Also, we have a lot of nonprofit organizations that are on the South Side. We have these motorcycle clubs, the Traffic Queens, the Traffic Kings, the Divas, and they're all doing things in the community. They're doing the backpack drive. They're doing Thanksgiving, pre-Thanksgiving. They're doing Breakfast with Santa. They're doing a lot of the stuff in conjunction with the city of Hanford. But they're nonprofits, and they need to know what's available to them. A lot of times there's finances that are available to them, like the Community Development Block Grant, but they don't know about that. So to me, that would be my biggest responsibility, is get this information out to those in the community so they could better serve the community. One organization and one person can't do it alone. It takes it does take a village, and it takes a lot of people coming together. And if you got the funding to do what you need to do, and I got the funding that I need to do, then we could come together and work together.
We talked about the frustration of the residents of District D. As a citizen of this great community of the city of Hanford, does it frustrate you when you see all this kind of media storm of accusations and all these things going on social media? Does that frustrate you?
It really does, because I don't feel like negativity has any part in this. I think that if you've done your job and you've done what you're supposed to do, and we get a big handbook that tells us what the city council representative is allowed to do and what they're not allowed to do, and what our role is in the city. And if we follow that book, and if we follow what our heart is for our community, there's no reason to be negative, none at all. And where the negativity is coming from, I really don't know. But I choose not to join in that. I choose to always have a positive attitude. And when people bring things up to me about, well, what this person did, I'm like, I'm not even there. I just flip the script and change it to something positive. Always trying to help the people to realize that it's important. Are you a registered voter? Let's vote. And tell them why they should vote. So many times we go out there and say, oh, you should vote, you should vote. Are you a registered voter? But we need to tell the people, educate them on why it is important that they vote. It is very important. Voting is very important.
Now, the election tomorrow, where can you actually go and vote?
Well, there's a Latino, the Assembly of God Church on Harris Street.
Okay.
And then the Catholic Church on Hanford Monroe Road, like going toward 10th Avenue, that big Catholic church over there. Those are the two polling places we have. So if you have received your mail-in ballot and you haven't mailed it in, if it's sitting in your car, sitting in your purse, sitting in your on your kitchen counter, you could fill that out, take it to one of the polling places, and they would take it from you. If you are a registered voter and are not a mail-in ballot, you can go to either one of those places up until 8 o'clock tomorrow and do your voting.
All right. So one more time before we get off the air here, I'm going to allow you the opportunity to speak to our listeners, to speak to our viewers of our community, and let them know why Paula Massey should be a part of the Hanford City Council.
Well, thank you, Joey. I appreciate this opportunity. The reason why I feel like I should be the person that you vote for in this election is because I've already done the work in the community. I have my thumbprint and my footprint in the community. People know who I am. I work with your youth, all ethnicities. You know, so it's not about a black thing. It's not about a white, Mexican, or whatever. It's about a people thing. And I am here for the community. I raised my children. I moved to this community from the base in 1983. I moved to Fresno for 5 years, 7 years. I came back. I'm always coming back. I moved to Phoenix for 6 months. I came back here. I mean, I just can't get away from this community. And I think about going to other places, but I see the need here in this community for a person who has passion to hear what the residents are saying. There's so much that is going on in our community, all of Kings County, that once you get a person that's passionate, that they can take the things that are happening in our communities to a different level. I as just a regular citizen, I have a voice, but as a city official or as an elected official, I'll have a greater voice to take those things that concern you to higher levels. And that's why you should vote for me, because I see the bigger picture.
There it is. Paula Massey, thank you so very much for joining us this morning. She's a candidate for the Hanford City Council District D. District D. All right. We're happy to have you here, and thank you so very much, and good luck tomorrow with everything. And once again, there's 2 locations, right, to where to vote?
Yes, the Catholic Church that's on Hanford-Amona Road, and then there's on Harris Street, the Latino Assembly of God.
All right. Thank you guys so very much for joining us here on the Eggs, Bacon, and Joey Morning Show. Get out there and vote.
Yes, get the vote.
Get out there and vote.
Yes.
Stay with us. Don't go anywhere. All right.
My mom's a breast cancer survivor. The United Breast Cancer Foundation saved her life, and they need your help so they can continue saving more women's lives. Help them by donating your car. They'll provide fast, free 24-hour pickup, and you receive a charitable tax deduction. They take cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs, running or not. Call 24 hours a day, 800-526-1803. Your donation could literally save women's lives. Call today, 800-526-1803. That's 800-526-1803.
Some people call me the space cowboy. Yeah. Some call me the gangster of love. Some people call me Maurice, 'cause I speak of the pompatus of love. People talk about me, baby. Say I'm doing you wrong, doing you wrong. Well, don't you worry, baby, don't worry, 'cause I'm right here, right here, right here, right here at home. 'Cause I'm a picker, I'm a grinner, I'm a lover, and I'm a sinner. I play my music in the sun. I'm a joker, I'm a smoker, I'm a midnight toker. I get my loving on the run. Ooh. Thing that I ever did see. I really love your beaches, want to shake your tree. I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it all the time. Ooh, yeah, baby, I sure show you a good time. 'Cause I'm a picker, I'm a grinner, I'm a lover, and I'm a sinner. My music in the sun. I'm a joker, I'm a smoker, I'm a midnight toker. I sure don't want to hurt no one. People keep talking about me, baby. Say I'm doing you wrong. Well, don't you worry, don't worry, no, don't worry, mama. 'Cause I'm right here at home. You're the cutest thing I ever did see. I really love your peaches, wanna shake your tree. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it.
K-Fun Radio wants to know who's the best of the best of Kings County. Go to our webpage, kfunradio.com. Click on the contest page and vote on the best of the best. Your favorite restaurant, your favorite haircut place, the best place to shop, the best of the best. Go right now to kfunradio.com to the contest tab on our webpage and sign up for the best of the best. Then stand by for the best of Kings County on 92.5 K-Fun.
It was an early morning yesterday. I was up before the dawn, and I really have enjoyed my stay, but I must be moving on. like a king without a castle, like a queen without a throne. I'm an early morning lover, and I must be moving on. Now I believe in what you say is the undisputed truth, but I have to have things my own way to keep me in my youth. Like a ship without an anchor, like a slave without a chain, just the thought of those sweet ladies as they shiver through my veins. And I will go on shining, shining like brand new. I'll never look behind me, my troubles will be few.
Goodbye, stranger. It's been nice. Hope you find your paradise. Glad to see you. Going on you. Hope your dreams will all come true. Goodbye, Mary. Goodbye, Jane. Will we ever meet again? Feel no sorrow. Feel no shame. Come tomorrow. Feel no pain.
Sweet devotion, it's not for me. Just give me motion, set me free. The land and the ocean, far away. Life I've chosen every day. So goodbye, Mary, goodbye, Jane. Will we ever meet again? Now some they do and some they don't, and some you just can't tell. And some they will and some they won't, and some it's just as well. You could laugh at my behavior, that'll never bother me. Say the devil is my savior, but I don't pay no heed. And I will go on shining, it's shining like brand new. I'll never look behind me, my troubles will be few.
Think about it. Let's just say you're a business looking to promote your business at an expo or an upcoming event. What better way to do it than at the Cosmetology and Barber Convention of Central California? It's happening February 23rd to the 25th, 2018, out at the Big Fresno Fair. Over 70,000 square feet of expo, seminars, live entertainment, and much, much more. The Cosmetology and Barber Convention of Central California. We're calling out all makeup artists. We're calling out all of the lash people, all of the hairstylists, all the nail salons. We're calling you out to come out to the Cosmetology and Barber Convention, plus barbers. Hello. February 23rd to the 25th, 2018, out at the Big Fresno Fair in Fresno. And once again, they have a special offer right now, folks. A special offer right now. $75 a day for a booth at the expo. It's 2 days of expo, and you can get it for $75 a day. Do not miss on this chance to save money and be at the Cosmetology and Barber Expo of Central California. It's going to be awesome. Once again, $75 a day. This offer ends very, very soon. Give them a follow on Instagram at CosmoBark or call and text 559-362-4046. This is going to be huge. Cosmetology and Barber Convention of Central California. Pretty awesome. I think that is so cool, especially with all the popularity of the cosmetology industry right now. So once again, a 2-day event. You don't want to miss it at the Big Fresno Fair, Cosmetology and Barber Convention of Central California.
Hey, don't worry, I've been lied
The following businesses are underwriters of KFUN 92.5. If you would like to hear your business on KFUN, call our underwriting department at 559-639-5925.
Hey, Fido, where you going?
I'm headed to the Animal House Pet Store.
Where is that?
It's at 333 Fox Street right here in Lemoore. I'm on my way to their VIP low-cost shot and preventative veterinary care clinic.
Is it open on Saturdays?
Yes, it is every Saturday from 1 p.m. to 2:30 p.m. Hey, Spot, would you like to come along?
Yes, Fido. I think it'll be a lot of fun.
Spot, you can get your vaccinations there and get dewormed too. They also provide pet microchipping. We don't have to get a tattoo. We can get microchipped and never get lost again.
Super idea, Fido. Let's do it.
Spot, I'm hungry. You think they'll throw us a bone or two?
Stop by your local Animal House Pet Store at 333 Fox Street in downtown Lemoore for all your pet needs. They're open 7 days a week. You can also visit their feed store at the same location or give them a call at 559-924-9472.
Thank you so much for your support of the Eggs, Bacon, and Joey Morning Show. You can follow us on social media, facebook.com/KFunRadio, facebook.com, search the Eggs, Bacon, and Joey Morning Show, and Instagram at Eggs, Bacon, Joey. And you know, folks, this would not all be possible without the great sponsors of J-Live Entertainment Events and the Eggs, Bacon, and Joey Morning Show. I want to send a special thank you to Ray Figueroa Construction, King's Dance Center in Hanford, Bell Guy Bell Bonds, The Fifth Quarter in Visalia, Best Salsa Catering, Valley Cryosport, Whole Body Cryotherapy, Hutch's Barbecue Sauce. I want to thank them very much for their support of the Eggs, Bacon, and Joey Morning Show. Stay with us. Don't go anywhere. Let's have a great morning.
The Rock and Roll Deli at 102 West 7th in downtown Hanford is open for lunch from 11 to 3, Monday through Thursday. On Friday and Saturday, open for breakfast at 7 o'clock and all the way till 8 o'clock in the evening. And Sundays we're open for breakfast as well at 9 a.m. till 2 p.m. The Rock and Roll Deli now open 7 days a week. Join us for lunch Monday through Thursday, 11 to 3. On Friday, Saturday, from 7 a.m. for breakfast all the way till 8 p.m. And on Sunday, after church or that leisurely Sunday afternoon, from 9 a.m. till 2 p.m. The Rock and Roll Deli, the best burgers in Kings County. Over 70 items on our menu. 102 West 7th in downtown Hanford. Call us at 639-5000. Order online at rollDeli.com or just come see us in person in beautiful downtown Hanford.
Do you have an upcoming wedding, corporate event, holiday party, birthday party, quinceanera, or retirement party? Let J-Live Entertainment Special Event Service help you with all of your entertainment, rentals, and special event needs. J-Live Entertainment Special Event Service offers DJ, photo booth, videography, photography, dance floors, decorations, linens, mariachi, limo service, catering, and more. Give them a call or text at 559-362-4046 or go to jliveent.com and click on weddings. Call or text 559-362-4046 or go to jliveent.com and click on weddings. Your one-stop wedding shop, J-Live Entertainment Special Event Service.
Everyone enjoys receiving a little recognition every now and then, and Kings County Trophy and Engraving is your one-stop shopping headquarters for all of your award needs. Serving Kings, Tulare, and Fresno counties, they can do it all, from large league awards to custom one-of-a-kind trophies, and everything in between, like plaques, acrylics, plastic signage, name tags, medals, and more. Kings County Trophy and Engraving is a family-owned and operated business, proudly serving our local community for over 30 years. Owner Brandon Ainsworth is committed to provide you with high-quality products with excellent service. Recognize someone special and cause them to smile by presenting them with an award they'll be proud to display anytime, anywhere. All it takes is a quick visit to Kings County Trophy and Engraving at 500 East 2nd Street in Hanford or call 559-583-9662. That's 559-583-9662. Kings County Trophy and Engraving is a proud supporter of our local youth soccer as well as our military personnel at Naval Air Station Lemoore. Stop by and award someone today.
For all of Kings County, this is K-Fun 92.5 Classic Rock.
She's a good girl, loves her mama, loves Jesus in America too. She's a good girl, is crazy about Elvis, loves horses and her boyfriend too. And it's a long day living in Reseda. There's a freeway running through the yard, and I'm a bad boy, 'cause I don't even miss her. I'm a bad boy for breaking her heart. The vampires walking through the valley move west down Ventura Boulevard, and all the bad boys are standing in the shadows, and the good girls are home with broken hearts. I'm
Welcome to the Eggs, Bacon, and Joey Morning Show with Joey Perez, Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. to 10 a.m.
Yes, good morning, everybody. It is the Eggs, Bacon, and Joey Morning Show. I want to thank you all for joining us. It has been a very, very busy program today. And once again, folks, hopefully everybody's having a great, positive day today because it's the start of a fresh week. And we have our friend here, Lou Martinez. Good morning, Lou.
Good morning, Joey. How are you doing today, sir?
Good, man. Thank you so very much for joining us here this morning. You know, obviously, the election is taking place tomorrow.
That's correct.
And we are here to provide awareness to our listeners and viewers here of Kings County and about this election. First off, I want to make it clear, where can we go vote? There's two locations, right?
Two different precincts that they're going to have in District D, but you could also go anytime to the Registrar of Voters and cast your vote there.
So there are two different areas to go to, but then you can go where again?
The Registrar of Voters.
Gotcha. Okay. So this is an election happening tomorrow for Hanford City Council District D.
That's correct, yes.
You and I talked a little bit off the air. Obviously we know the recall part of it is happening, but we want to get to the important issues, right?
That's correct, yes, sir.
And tell me what those important issues are, Lou.
I believe the important issues are for the community, not only just District D, but the entire community, to have a voice and an input into what goes on in our community, our city. And I believe that's been lacking for a while. And we haven't had a representative in our district who is concerned about issues within the district, more concerned about what he's doing for himself. And we need somebody in there who will speak for the community and reach out to the community for input to give the council direction as to what we want for our city.
Now, when you first decided to become a candidate, because you had been a council member in the past, right?
Yes, sir, I have.
So you've definitely been involved with the community for a very long time. And
Yes.
you told yourself, what got you motivated? What you tell yourself to say, you know what, I need to be a candidate because I got to run for this?
Well, the problem was that our current council representative wasn't there representing us. He definitely was not representing District D, let alone the city. I'm not sure why he was there, but nevertheless, that's really not why I'm here, or even why I got involved. I got involved because the city of Hanford, our current council, needs to take the time to reach out to the community. One of the issues I have really is what's going on, all the changes, such as they're going to tear down our iconic water tanks. Those are coming down. Our Decor fire station, they want to sell excess acreage of Hidden Valley Park. This is all our community. They need to reach out and ask us, what do you want, as opposed to just saying, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, we're going to do whatever. It's time to reach out to us. We are part of that community so that we can have input and give them direction. After all, they do serve us. They don't serve, they're not there to do their bidding. They're there to do our bidding, which is the community. They're representing us. Now, when they start doing things on their own, it's because they don't care about our community, us. And they need to reach out to us and ask us what we want our community to do.
So in a sense, if I'm kind of following what you're saying, is the citizens have felt neglected.
They have, definitely have. I mean, I live 2 blocks away from these water tanks. And yet, they're going to come down because people weren't informed well in advance before the city made the decision to sell the property and to tear down those tanks.
Now, why do you think that problem is there, though, where the citizens are feeling neglected? Because the council meetings take place every week, right? So do you think the voices are not being heard at the council meetings?
Well, I really don't want to put blame on any one reason, but I believe what's important is that the council, all 5 members of the council, reach out to their community, all their constituents, and get some input. Because right now, the way we have it, I believe we have too many people who do not reside in Hanford who are making these decisions that are going to have an impact on our future as a community. And we need to include the community itself in making those decisions.
So right now, when you're talking to our listeners and viewers, what are some of the things that you would like them to know about Mr. Lou Martinez?
Well, one thing is, I'm not in it for myself. I want to be there to give them an opportunity to come to me, or I'll reach out to them. What do you want me to do? How do you want me to convey your ideas? What do you want to happen in our town? That's why I'm doing it, not for myself, and see what we can do to improve our downtown, because we need to restore the vibrant community that we used to have. I grew up right here in downtown. I live 2 blocks away. As a young man, I ran around downtown selling newspapers, so I'm very familiar with Hanford downtown. And we need to bring it back to what it used to be. And not only just the downtown, but also our entire community. We need to figure out how to include people, the community, in making decisions that are going to impact us, all of us, and how do we can improve the quality of life, whether it be recreation, whether it be our police department, whether it be our fire departments, whether it be any aspect of the community.
So one thing I do want to ask you, because as you mentioned, you were in politics in the past. You have been a part of the council. What do you think has been the biggest change, like from the times back then until today, that you feel some of the things have been maybe a little different for our citizens to be more involved with city politics? Like, do you think there's been a big change from when you were last in office as to now?
Well, I believe that the powers to be don't really feel they need the people in the community to input, because they have the impression that they know what's best for us. But it's our town. Let us have some input. Let us make decisions that we can convey to you so that you can make the decisions that will impact all of us as a community.
No, I think that's great, and I think that's it should always be an open book for all to be involved.
Always be, because this way we can move forward. And I don't have all the answers, and I guarantee you, everyone at City Hall doesn't have all the answers. But together as a community, we can come up with answers and solutions to everything that we can do to improve our quality of life here.
So are you excited, as being a former politician, are you excited that there are other candidates wanting to be a part of this?
I'm very excited, because this way it brought out people who are interested in the community, who are interested in giving the community a voice. And I believe the 4 candidates that are running for this position, any of them is a better option than what we have. And I believe even after whoever wins, we'll work together and make things better for all of us.
So before we go, Mr. Martinez, go ahead and tell our listeners and viewers one more time, this is your platform. You have the microphone. Let them know why it's important for them to go out there and vote tomorrow.
I think it's important so that the community themselves can have a voice in our own destiny and direction of how this town is going to go, how we can work together as a community and make things better for all of us.
Mr. Lou Martinez, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. Once again, folks, this election is taking place tomorrow, and you can vote at 2 locations.
Precincts, yes.
And I believe there are 2 churches, right?
Correct, yes.
Okay, all right. So there it is, folks. Make sure to go out there and vote. That's the important thing.
Yes.
Go out there and vote.
Yes.
Make your voices heard, right?
Voice be heard.
There it is. Mr. Lou Martinez, thank you for taking the time to be with me today.
Thank you.
Eggs, Bacon, and Joey, folks. Stay with us. Don't go anywhere.
shit, but don't forget to drop me a line.
again. Tell her where you gonna be. Live on out your fantasy. Sleeping late and smoking tea. Keep it tough and on again. I said, tell her where you gonna be. Live on out your fantasy. Sleeping late and smoking tea.
For those of you that own a business, I want to tell you how cool it is to advertise with the Eggs, Bacon, and Joey Morning Show, okay? Here it is. Not only do you get to come into the studio and we will interview you here on the air, we'll also give you a copy of that interview so you can post it on your social media site so people can get to know you a little bit more and get to know a little bit more about your company. So once again, if you're a business out there and you want to advertise with the Eggs, Bacon, and Joey Morning Show, let me help you promote your product, promote your company, and let people understand why your company is good for them. So once again, if you would like to advertise with the Eggs, Bacon, and Joey Morning Show, give us a call or text at 559-362-4046, or you can go to any of our social media sites and send us a direct message. Instagram at Eggs, Bacon, Joey, Facebook.com, search the Eggs, Bacon, and Joey Morning Show. So once again, folks, I would love to have you not only sitting right here next to me on the show, but also just here a part of this great thing we have going on, the Eggs, Bacon, and Joey Morning Show. I would love to have your business and be given the opportunity to be a brand ambassador to your business. So once again, 559-362-4046.
KFUN 92.5 Hanford and on the web at kfunradio.com.
I want you back again. I want your love again. I know you find it hard to reason with me, but this time it's different. Tell me you're coming back to me. You gotta tell me you're coming back to me. You gotta tell me you're coming back to me. You gotta tell me you're coming back to me. You said we're through before you walked out on me. Before I tried to tell you, but you didn't want to know. This time you're different and determined to go. You gotta tell me you're coming back to me. You gotta tell me you're coming back to me. You gotta tell me you're coming back to me. Yeah.
Kings County.
Now on the day I was born, the nurses all gathered round, and they gazed in wide wonder at the joy they had found. The head nurse spoke up, said, "Leave this one alone." She could tell right away